Hi guys, this is my third video explaining the patience method. It will be about what is patience literally, what is there to understand. Plato says, patience is the best remedy for every trouble. Yes, Plato was right, but do we understand the meaning of patience? Patience is not something that you wait as if you were in torture. Patience is living your life fully even though you have problems in your life. If we learn how to leave our problems in patience, then so-called bad feelings don't disturb us. But it is not enough to say, okay, I am in patience while my problems are here. In patience method, we will learn how to become patient day by day. This will help us overcome our mental problems. As Plato said, it is a remedy. It is a remedy because what you resist persists. What you fight, you get more of. What you embrace dissolves. Let me give an example. Think about jokes of your friends. If they see you are getting angry when they make jokes about you, then they continue to do so. But if you smile and be patient, then they do not go on. Patience is key when it comes to mental issues. Almost all psychological problems stem from our thoughts. Our thoughts turn into emotions, and emotions affect our lives. If we do not start fighting at the thought stage, if we can only accept the thoughts as thoughts, and emotions related to these thoughts will not arise. So, how can we prevent thoughts from turning into feelings? With patience. If we do not fight our thoughts, if we can be patient with their coming and going, we can prevent thoughts from creating our emotions that affect us. If you try to watch and follow the clouds that are constantly flowing over you, wouldn't you be affected by it? You can't live your life while watching which way the clouds go, which one is bigger, and whether it will get in front of the sun or not. However, if you say, let the clouds do their own thing and let me mind my own business, the clouds will flow and you will live your own life to the fullest. Replace the clouds with your thoughts. In the cloud example above, let your thoughts come and go, be patient with them in the right way. Do not mess with them, do not get angry with them, do not answer them. Once you achieve this, the influence of thoughts on you will diminish over time. Let's relax our hearts with quote by Rumi. Patience is not sitting and waiting, it's foreseeing. It is looking at the thorn and seeing the rose, looking at the night and seeing the day. Lovers are patient and know that the moon needs time to become full. I totally agree because everyone I have seen successful in my life has been patient. Students who want a good graduation should continue their studies patiently. Can a student who does not get along well with lessons, exams, teachers, and school life and is not patient with them be successful? Never. Only those who can be patient with classes, exams, and teachers for a certain period of time can be successful in their school life. What do you need to gain patience? The first thing required for patience is the right knowledge. To be patient with something, you must first know it well. If you know your thoughts and feelings correctly, you will not be afraid of them. If you are not afraid, you will not fight. If you do not fight, you will not feed your problems. If you do not feed them, they won't grow. If you don't enlarge it, it will have no effect and you can lead a normal life with it. Your patience will pay off. To become patient with our mental problems and feelings, we must understand that thoughts and emotions do not turn into diseases. We who live in this century feel very valuable. While the only thing that people lacked 500 years ago was technology and some scientific developments, we see the lives of those before us as outdated or ignorant. I don't think we are ahead of them in thinking. They may have fought each other more often, but our armies now have weapons that can destroy the world hundreds of times over. Since technology has developed so much and will leave the world with a capitalist understanding, our spirit world has also been deprived. However, we do not see that we need to feed our souls as much as the necessity of eating, drinking, transportation, and communication. Today, we accept whatever the capitalist powers give us. Excessive happiness is not seen as illness, while excessive sadness and fear are seen as illness. They try to separate the emotions from each other. The living conditions that the elderly see as normal no longer apply to us. Maybe they didn't have panic attacks even though they were at war, but we had mental problems in our warm homes. Because we look at life with our own capitalist and materialist mentality. Not like them, not with their knowledge based on their experiences. They call it fear as fear, we call it the fear as anxiety disorder. They said sadness, we said major depression. We considered emotions that lasted longer than a certain period of time as illness. We did not tolerate it because we saw it as a disease. We struggled. We did not accept that these feelings and thoughts and the associated physical symptoms would pass when the time came. This understanding only increased our problems. When we learn to be patient instead of fighting, feelings and thoughts that are not permanent in nature will go as they come, as long as we don't fight those feelings, of course. Just as we can talk with a smiling face when we meet a relative we don't like on the road, we can get on well with our emotions, fear, and sadness. We can lead a normal life with them. We can do our own business with our problems instead of begging them to go. When you are bored, you can go out and drink coffee or have a walk as you want. You can continue to do what you normally do. What will your emotions do to you? They don't have power to stop you. This way, when you can be patient with your emotions, your brain will see that you are not fighting or running away. Then your mood will become more stable when your sensitive nerves, which have stopped secreting hormones previously secreted by the body, are relaxed. However, it's a time-consuming process, and the only thing that can lengthen or shorten this process is your patience. Don't forget, patience is not just waiting, it is foreseeing. You need to foresee the freedom and relaxed mind you will have after you get on well with your so-called problems. This is real patience. I am telling you that the problems you are experiencing now are not all bad, and that the problems you are experiencing can have very positive effects on your life in the future. Look what Rumi says. The purpose of the one who hits the carpet with a stick is not to beat the carpet, but to take the dust off. God takes your dust and mess with you. Why are you sad? After anxiety came into my life, I quit smoking, lost weight, started exercising more regularly, and now I eat more carefully. These are all things that doctors recommend to us today without exception. Ideal weight, Sports, proper nutrition and stress level are very important for body health. If it weren't for the anxiety and fear it brings, I guess I wouldn't have paid much attention to them. Now, how is it possible for me to say anxiety is the worst thing that I came across? Let's say you are going to have an anxiety or panic attack while doing housework today. If your heart starts beating faster than normal while sweeping, you start saying to yourself, "Oh, I have had an attack. What's going on with my heart?" Instead of saying those panic phrases, try saying, "I am going to vacuum my house a little faster today. I am going to vacuum the house. Maybe it will be cleaner than ever." Believe me, many of your problems will be solved. Our goal is to have these moods. With the PatiEnce method, you can experience these moods throughout the day. Patience begins with tears and ends with a smile. Learning patience can be a difficult experience, but once you achieve that, you will find your life easier. After you have done what must be done, you do not need to worry or be upset. Patience calms our lives on this scene. Most of us can't let the time pass in peace although we have done everything that we could. You have been to the doctors many times and they all have told you that what you are experiencing is not a physical illness. While we are just waiting patiently, continuing our work, doing sports, spending time with our loved ones will heal us. We don't have to fight, we don't have to deal with our feelings and thoughts. These problems will be experienced for a while and then, by their nature, they will go away. But if we care about them and take care of them all the time, of course they choose to stay. No matter what we have, panic attacks, anxiety, obsession, or depression, they will leave us when we learn to be patient with them properly. Whenever you have a mental problem, say to your problems, "Okay, it is your decision to stay with me or not. You may be with me how much you wish, but I have some tasks to be done. I will do my own thing while you are here. You are my guest in my mind. I won't challenge you. Whatever thought you bring to me, I don't care." Aristotle says patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Yes, at first it is not easy to become patient to your problems, but the permanent solution is getting patience. When you start using the patience method, you will see that the solution is not to fight. You can't fight your natural emotions anyway. They are there to be lived, they are there to teach you something. If you have fear, that may stem from two causes. One of them is real danger you have, the other one is perceived danger even though there is no imminent danger. If you have cancer, this is an health issue and you must cure it. Your fear tries to tell you to do something. You must go to hospital, you must look for solutions, but when it comes to perceived danger, due to there is no real danger, you must do nothing but patience. If you increase your efforts because of your behaviors, your brain assumes there is danger. Your brain also increases secretion of fear-related hormones. Cycle continues unless you learn to become patient. After you become patient, you will understand the danger is not real. If there is no real danger, you don't have to do anything. Once you don't fight with your fear, your hormone secretion will diminish and you will feel relaxed. I want to share a story based on patience. Story explains two different kinds of trees. One of them is poplar tree. As you know, poplar tree is a powerful and massive tree. The other one is pumpkin. A pumpkin sprout appears next to the great poplar tree. It starts to grow rapidly by hugging the poplar tree. With the effect of rain and sun, it grows at a great speed and almost to the same height as the poplar tree. One day he could not stand it and asked the poplar, "In how many months did you become like this tree?" "In 10 years," said the poplar tree. "In 10 years?" The pumpkin shook its flowers, laughing. "I reached the same height as you in almost 2 months." "Right," said the poplar tree. Days followed one another, and when the first winds of autumn began, the pumpkin first began to cool, then began to shed its leaves and began to fall as the cold increased. He asked the poplar tree anxiously, "What's wrong with me, tree?" "You are dying," said the poplar. "Why?" he continued his question, and then poplar tree replied, "For trying to reach where I came in 2 months, and you are not patient." Patience is not just needed to overcome mental problems. It also lets you become tougher in front of life difficulties. As previously said, Aristotle says, "Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet." You must have seen patient people in your life. They are more powerful than others. If someone is not patient, then he or she can't find motivation to study medicine or engineering at university. Let's turn to our topic. In order to overcome your problems, you need to get a mind that is based on patience. Don't forget what Rumi said: patience is not sitting and waiting. It's foreseeing. It's looking at the thorn and seeing the rose, looking at the night and seeing the day. Lovers are patient and know that the moon needs time to become full. After you become more patient, you will foresee your being free of mental problems even though you are in a panicky or depressive mood. You will succeed. You will live a fulfilling life. You will have joy in your life. Your part is just to continue learning more about patience method. See you in the next video.